Most traders think momentum indicators are telling the truth, but most of the time they're just showing colorful bars with no real meaning. You see something turning green, and you think the move is strong, but in reality, there's barely any real buying behind it. I'll show you a perfect example. This setup right here looked strong on every normal momentum indicator, but when I checked it with the tool I'm about to show you, it showed very less percentage of real momentum, and it saved the trade. In this video, I'll show you how to read true momentum strength, how to avoid fake pushes, and how to use this indicator to get cleaner buy and sell signals. Let's get into it. I'm on TradingView. You can use any market and any time frame. Open Indicators tab from here and type Bollinger Momentum Deviation. Make sure you select the one created by QuantEdge. Add it to your trading chart. Once it loads on your chart, you'll notice it works differently from normal momentum tools. Most momentum indicators use simple formulas that stay the same in every market condition. That's why they give a lot of fake strength signals. But this one uses a special normalized moving average combined with 2 layers of standard deviation. In simple words, it adjusts itself based on volatility, so the readings stay accurate even when the market behaves differently. It basically measures momentum, then scales it based on current volatility, so it doesn't overreact or underreact. You'll see the main oscillator move between important zones, especially the levels around 83 and 60. When the line goes above 83, it means strong upward pressure with real buyers behind the candles. When it drops below 60, it means strong selling pressure. When markets are ranging, the indicator shows extreme zones above 130 and below -10. These levels help you catch reversals where price is stretched too far. This dual behavior makes it very reliable for both trending and ranging markets. To get accurate readings, you need to have the accurate settings. You can open the settings from here. Later in the video, I will share specific settings for this indicator that you can use for forex market, gold, crypto stocks, etc. So make sure to watch the complete video till the end. So, for base length, set it to 40. This helps the indicator read momentum properly without switching too fast. For standard deviation length, use 50 because it gives a cleaner volatility adjustment. Keep the SD multiplier at 0.7 to reduce noise. Keep the long threshold at 83 and set the short threshold at 60. Turn on backtest mode if you want to see historical stats like profit factor and drawdown. It helps you understand how stable the indicator has been in the past. Most traders struggle because they trade random signals and hope they work. But when you follow a clear system, especially with a tool that shows real momentum strength, things get a lot easier. If you want to go deeper, you can read the documentations on this indicator in detail. For now, let's talk strategy. In trending markets, first identify the trend. You can use a higher time frame or even a moving average. So you can add a 200 EMA to make sure that you are trading with the trend. Let me quickly add the EMA from the Indicators tab.
Do you feel like everyone around you benefits from artificial intelligence, but you have no idea where to start? Don't wait any longer. Start today. Our free trading bot is simple to use, powered by artificial intelligence, and can earn you up to 1% profit every single day. Over 500 members have already joined. Click the link below now to get free access. This is your chance to harness the power of AI and take a step toward a financial boost.
And after you have added it, you can open the settings of the indicator from here, and then change the length to 200. So whenever the market is moving above it, we know it is in an uptrend, and we will only take buy positions here. And when the price is moving below the 200 EMA, we will only look to open sell positions. So for a buy trade, first of all, we want the market to be in an uptrend. And then we wait for the Bollinger Momentum Deviation to cross above 83. This tells you there is strong buying pressure behind the move. Enter your buy position once the indicator crosses above 83, and the momentum strength stays above 60%. Just like we can see happened over here. This shows that buyers are not only active, but increasing. So for example, you can open a buy trade over here, and after that, you can stay in the trade as long as the indicator stays above 83. And then you exit when it falls back under that level, or gives a clear bearish divergence against price. For sell trades, the conditions are opposite. First of all, we want the market to be in a downtrend, so we want the price to moving below the 200 EMA, just like we can see over here. After that, we wait for both the BMD line and the trend strength line to cross and go below 60 level, just like we can see happened over here. The BMD line was above the 60 level and it crossed below the level here. That is what we want, ideally. So this confirms strong selling pressure. Once the line breaks under 60, you can enter a sell position. Place your stop loss above the recent swing high, and then you can let the trade run until the BMD line crosses and closes clearly above the 60 level. The best method to make the most of your trades is to use the trailing stop loss and take profit method. This way, your profits are also safe, and you can let the trade run until you see the BMD line clearly going above the 60 level. This setup catches clean institutional moves while skipping the weak ones. In ranging markets, this indicator becomes a very strong reversal tool. When the line goes above 130, it means the price is extremely overbought within the range. Don't open sell position immediately. First, wait for the line to peak and start turning down. That's your early sign of weakness. Then you can take the sell trade with a tight stop above the extreme. Similarly, for oversold markets, watch for the line to drop below -10, just like we can see happened over here. Then you enter the buy position only when it climbs back above -10. And you see confirmation from candles or volume. Ranging markets require patience, because the best reversals come only from extreme readings. Different markets need slightly different settings. So now let me quickly show you the best settings for each market, according to me. You can test with these and see if you are getting good results using these. For forex, use base length 45 and SD length 55. Forex has sharp session-based volatility, so a slightly longer setting helps filter out fake moves. Use long threshold at 85 and short threshold at 58. For crypto, reduce base length to 35 and SD length to 45 because crypto moves faster. Keep thresholds the same, but watch for extreme spikes above 140 and below -15. Stocks move smoother, so use base length 50 and SD length 60. Adjust thresholds to 80 and 65 during earnings seasons because volatility behaves differently. For gold, use base length 42 and SD length 52, with thresholds at 88 and 55. This indicator is one of the cleanest ways to see real momentum in the market. Try the settings that match your market. Practice identifying strong trends and extreme reversals, and you'll start seeing how powerful this tool actually is. This is going to be it for this video. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching the video till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video.